Good morning, students. Mini lessons from Mr. Allen's Garage. Super excited to kind of jump into this last section of lessons before the end of the school year. And at the beginning of this, I said we're going to really focus on how our brain works and and the deeper why of the golden rule. I said by the end of these lessons that I would be able to hopefully be able to teach you the deeper why of the golden rule. And so that's where we're going to wrap it up, is the deeper why. But before we jump into the deeper why of the golden rule, it's essential to understand how the brain works. And that, I was taught my whole life until in my mid-50s that we only have access to 10% of our brain. We only use 10% of our brain. 10%, that's all we use. This is not being used. I understand now, and we understand in Mr. Allen's Garage, that our understanding now is consciously 10%. Unconsciously is the 90%. But we have access, it's all working all the time. We use 100% of our brain all the time. 10% of it we have conscious access to. And our unconscious is reflexive, and it talks to our conscious and feelings. So our unconscious is super in tune. It is the perfect supercomputer to everything that's ever happened to us. Whatever our five senses have taken in, it remembers and owns, and it uses that to help us pattern our lives to make our life better and safe. But it's focused on patterns. It's focused on what we've done in the past, what its senses have taken in. And our conscious is kind of like logical and imagination and moving forward. And we're trying to sync these up and use 100%, 100% of our brain is being used all the time. But I want us to understand how to get our conscious listening to our unconscious, and our unconscious talks to us in feelings. So students, it's super important to understand before we go into the deeper why of the golden rule that if we have a conscious thought, our unconscious doesn't even know it until we say it out loud or write it down, because our unconscious is focused on its external reality. So before we jump into the deeper why of the golden rule, in this last part, it's essential to understand that our unconscious brain is reflexive, and we are using 100% of our brain all the time. Conscious direct access to only 90%. Mr. Allen's Garage, students, have a great day.